Welcome to the Jiu Jitsu lesson of the day. Today's technique, we're going to cover the Drop Seoinage. It looks like this. Okay, phase one. Let's build the technique. First part is how to move into position. So I'm going to use this line right here so you can see that my feet are flat and lateral rather than a left lead or a right lead. Okay, so from right here, more of a neutral square stance. I'm going to take this foot here. I'm going to go crossways, like right in front of my other foot. And then now this leg, my left leg, is going to step behind me. But notice here that when I go, as if I was wearing shoes, the laces would be touching the floor rather than my toes engaging. Okay, so this is actually a very important thing to put your laces onto the ground. That would be the second part. Third part is where I face the 180 in the other direction here, where both of my feet are together, both laces on the floor. And then when I'm going to drop my weight, I'm going to also hit the ground here as if I'm doing a forward break fall. Okay, so let's take a look at it again. I do a cross step to put my first lace on the floor, followed by the other, and then like a front break fall. Okay, so in the beginning, you always want to move slow and then create some smoothness. So here's my slow movement first. Again, slow movement. Then I'm going to create smoothness. Speeding up as I feel my comfort level and my confidence build. One more time, nice and fast. Phase two, fitting in. So with my partner here, he's going to provide a space for me to aim the first position that we were working on. Okay, so it kind of looks like this. The same thing that we did before. I do my cross step. But when I bring my other foot into place with the laces onto the ground, I want to try to fit underneath and in between his legs as best as I can. Usually I'm about here. When my other leg gets into place, I try to fit in even more and then squat so my hips will pass his position. Okay, now that I'm in between his legs, I'm going to go ahead and do my break fall as if I'm doing a forward break fall right here. Okay, so let's do it again. So I go 1, 2, 3. Very important is to be able to pass his line of reference here. Okay, if I practice doing it in front, although we may have like a position here, this is a risky position because he can take my back, he can choke, he can take a different position, and the advantage would be on his side. So what I'm trying to do is fit in between his legs. So again, 1, 2. And like how we did it before, we do it slow, then smooth, and then eventually the last few, when you work your confidence, is fast. Phase 3, the throw. So with this throw here, we have a couple of different grips. That's where we actually need to start. You can either do it from the same side lapel, or it could be in the cross-side lapel. For this example, I'm going to teach it from the cross-side lapel. All I'm going to do is go to the cross side, 4 fingers in. And where my finger likes to go is like, there is a collarbone here, and I want to look for like that space. There's a divot where my finger actually would fit in. So when I grab, it gives me a good reference point, quick reference point that I can just go to. Boom, just like that. Now on the sleeve, there's a couple different places you can grab. You can do it from the end of the sleeve right here, or it could be next to the elbow. Depending on what's going on, one of them is going to be available, but again, for this example, I'm just going to choose the one at the end of the sleeve. So with my partner in the position that I can practice in, first I'm going to go ahead and fit in, just like how we did before. But notice I didn't drop down yet. Okay, I haven't sunk down yet. And my arms are actually nice and high. I'm going to combine the force of gravity with tucking in my partner's arm and to influence a forward roll. Notice that when I sink his shoulder, I'm bringing his shoulder closer and closer to the mat. And once I get here, I drive and I get his shoulder to go to the mat, and you can see the forward roll that I influenced him to go to. My goal, again, is to draw a line from his shoulder to his opposite side hip as he unravels into the ground. So basically what I'm making him do is a very fast forward roll while I'm controlling his arm. Now, when he's finished unraveling, or as he's unraveling, what I want to do is not stay down here. What I want to do is to complete or to make the throw stronger. I'm going to create posture by pulling up after he's starting to unravel. What that will help you do is, as the energy is pulling in this direction, okay, it's going to bring me close and my leg can come up into an upward position. Okay, and we'll just kind of end from here. You can see many different options like the arm bar. I can go into a knee on belly situation, but we'll just end the throw right from this position. Okay, so again, slow. From here, cross-side lapel grip and the sleeve. I fit in like we were doing before, keeping my hands up. And now my training is to come down with gravity and tuck my partner and get him to do a forward roll. When he finishes unraveling, I sit up, utilizing his energy pulling in that direction, and ride it as I step forward. Okay, so again, slow. 1, 2, 3. Last time slow. 1, 2, 3. A little bit quicker. We're smoothing it out. Phase 4, context. So with my partner here, let's just say he grabs my collar, right? And then I do the standard grip break, the 2-on-1, and then I push it down, boom. Now all I really have to do is just let go of one, and I have the first grip. Second grip, I'm gonna grab the same way that we fit in on this cross collar. Now, how do I get his legs, his rear leg to come forward? Well, the typical thing to do is like pull, and then he creates that. But if I pull, what is everyone's natural reaction? If I pull, he pulls back. So more than likely, he will keep his leg there. So I have to kind of do the opposite. If I push, he will push back. In that moment, that makes this leg a little bit more susceptible for the movement. So as I push, he pushes back, and then I change directions, and then it makes it a lot easier for his foot to come in. Notice that when he does that, it's in a position, and I'm closer to jump in and fit to get the throw going on, okay? So again, I push, and then when I feel his tension return or give me feedback, I pull on it just a little bit to create the space that we're looking for. Now my elbow here, super important. If it's too down, what he does is he'll push my hand this way, and I'm going to be in an awkward position. His tendency, or a common response is after he steps in, is to use the energy to grab me back. Now if he grabs me in a way that my elbow is down like this, and he grabs me either there or around, this one's trapped, and I have to change grips, and it's very difficult to do it from here. He has a stronger position. So the important part is during the transition. So push, pull, and as he starts, right there, see his hand? That's when I fit in. Again, the context again is during the grip break exchange or the grip fighting. He grabs, and I create. Push, pull, he starts to go, and then complete the throw. Again. Last time. Give that a try. Practice as much as you can, study it, and we'll see you on the mat soon.